The Prime Minister has repeatedly told us that the lengthening of the transition period would only be for a matter of months, but leaked documents show she's lying. So it doesn't really come as any shock to me that Theresa May has lied about the transition period, saying it would only be months when it could in fact be years, but I think it's worth covering anyway. The Times has seen leaked documents that have been sent around Whitehall revealing more about the Prime Minister's Brexit plan. It turns out that these documents suggest the UK could be left in a long-running transition period that actually lasts a matter of years, despite the fact that Theresa May has promised over and over again that if it happened, she'd like to strengthen that point of if, then it would only be a matter of months. But it looks like she was lying. It means the Prime Minister isn't just being a little bit dishonest, twisting the facts a little bit. She flat out said that she doesn't want it to happen, doesn't expect it to happen, but if it did happen, it would only be a few months. But she's lying. And according to the Times, the Prime Minister is now aware of the red lines surrounding Brexit over the extended period of transition after her cabinet was in uproar over the issue. I'm amazed that her cabinet is still around, if I'm honest. The cabinet is constantly fighting the PM. The PM is constantly trying to wrestle down the cabinet and keep them in line. But apparently she's seen the error of her ways, or so we're meant to believe, because that doesn't stop her being untrustworthy and sneaky. And a point that really drives it home that Theresa May really is quite sneaky is one of the most shocking stories I've seen recently, and it relates to the matter of the 48 letters, which I've been talking about a lot recently. These are the 48 letters that need to be sent to Sir Graham, the chair of the 1922 Commission, asking for a vote of confidence in the Prime Minister. And it turns out, after we heard that we have hit that threshold of the 48 letters, anonymous sources claim we've hit those 48, it turns out that actually decoy letters might have been sent by as many as 6 allies of the Prime Minister. So let me explain this one to you. The Standard reported on this, but let me break it down simply. So when those 48 letters are sent to Sir Graham then has to go back to everybody who sent one of those letters asking for a vote of confidence and ask them, are you sure? Have you not changed your mind? Do you want to go ahead with this? So remember that. So now, the story is that as many as 6 allies of the Prime Minister actually submitted letters of their own. This means that once that 48 threshold is hit, the decoy members of Parliament will receive correspondence from Sir Graham asking them, are you sure? When they receive that correspondence asking them are they sure, they know to go back to the Prime Minister and say, watch out, 48 have been hit, which means we're on our way to a vote of no confidence. How sneaky is that? This is House of Cards level stuff. This is absolute insanity. It's dodgy as hell, and it makes me see May as less determined, which I kind of always saw her as determined. She's lying to us, but she's damn determined in doing it. But I see her more as scheming. We simply can't trust this woman. So it looks like she may well be sticking around for a little while after all. Maybe we haven't actually hit those 48 and now she's just in panic mode trying to ensure that her members of Parliament stay on her side. She just told her colleagues, by the way, that Donald Tusk, the president of the European Council, remains ready to convene a November emergency summit, which looks to be going ahead now, as long as sufficient progress can be made in the negotiations. But the question remains whether this Northern Ireland issue can even be dealt with in time and whether other sticking issues can actually be solved in a matter of days or weeks. So let me sum up where we are with Brexit and Theresa May right now. Northern Ireland remains a sticking point. The backstop issue doesn't seem to be able to be resolved, and so Theresa May promised a months-long extension on the transition period, but leaked documents show otherwise. They say that it could be years. Theresa May has also potentially used decoys in the submission of the 48 letters to the chair of the 1922 committee, meaning she could be alerted to early warning signs of an ousting, so she's aware that she's causing trouble and aware that she's in danger, and aware, indeed, that she's betraying the people. And Theresa May is still struggling to hold together a cabinet that would frankly rather see her become significantly more decisive. Make no mistake, what is happening right now with Brexit, we must remember this because this is a betrayal. No ifs and buts about it. This isn't hyperbole and I'm not exaggerating. Theresa May is lying to us about her Brexit proposals and the transition period that could indeed last a matter of years. The government has no intention to deliver Brexit. And if we are indeed behind on the 48 letters that we need because of Theresa May's decoy submissions, then I can't encourage enough Tory MPs who are currently sitting back, doing nothing, twiddling their thumbs and waiting for Theresa May to take action. They should be aware that Theresa May isn't going to take action, and it's time for those guys to stand up, hold May to account, and oust her. If you want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, be sure to download our new app from the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.